All right, so here's a Bitcoin 4 hour chart. Um, the bigger pattern is a rising wedge. Rising wedges typically break out to the downside about 68, 69% of the time. However, when they do break out to the upside, this is when your parabolic moves happen. So let's take a look at what's going on. We're getting decreasing volume on Bitcoin. Seems that Bitcoin is definitely respecting this wedge. We kind of topped out here and maybe look for a move possible to the lower trend line on Bitcoin. Another thing to also keep in your mind is that this 618 looks pretty important. I'm not saying we're going to get there, but it looks very important. Here's our inverse head and shoulders pattern. Here's shoulder, shoulder, head. What you want to do is look for a neckline. Now, this neckline is not perfect. You almost get a neckline right about here. 59.8 is kind of where your neckline would be of this head and shoulders pattern. However, the 618 here at 59.1 looks like almost like we had a breakout, retested, and then we shot back up. So don't be surprised to see the price action go down to 59, and that's where the bulls really need to hold it. And you can also see too, down grouped here is your group for your moving averages. Moving averages typically act as a great level of support, and when that support's broken, you kind of get these parabolic moves downwards, down to the 200, and then so on and so forth. So also remember too that Bitcoin will drive the entire market. So if Bitcoin happens to break downwards, all your other setups are now negated. That is the biggest thing you need to understand. That you're going to get these pullbacks in Bitcoin. It's going to happen, and these are the pullbacks that you want to use to pick up these coins that you miss on the initial entries. Remember, Bitcoin drives the entire market. All your setups can be negated depending on what's going on in Bitcoin. That's why it's important before you enter into any sort of altcoin setups. Check out what Bitcoin's doing. Check out what Bitcoin Dominance is doing. Looking at our indicators right now, we got bearish MACD cross. We're going downwards. RSI is dropping. If we go to the 1 day, you can see that, yeah, this wick brought us down to the 0.5 level. Might get a bearish cross on the 1 day. These are all bearish ideas. So I don't know if I would enter a position of Bitcoin right now, but however, this is going to help me determine where I plan on entering. And it looks like also too, on the 1 day, our 21 SMA might be blending in with this lower trend line. So don't be surprised to see Bitcoin eventually go down to this lower trend line and bounce off of it. That's really what we want to see. We want to see some volume come in. We're getting decreasing volume with decreasing price action. So that's not ultra bearish, but however, we need to see the bulls show up, come in there, increase the price action, and hopefully break out of this rising wedge.